Hello, fellow reactors. It's your boy C-Dub Chris Warburn. Well, my app for reacting took a bit of a shit on me and just stopped recording, and then it won't even let me play the video. So here I am again. I already watched the first match, the Manager's Bowl. I'm going to attempt to record myself. Hopefully my app don't take a shit on me again for the remainder of this video.
It makes me look tiny and it's awesome.
Whoa! Jason Inman just won't let it go.
I won't, because Hector Navarro, you are the luckiest man in the Schmoedown. You want to know why?
Why?
Because if Robert had let me compete, I would have stole that belt from you.
No way, Jose.
Lee Merriweather, Halle Berry, you work for DC. Come on, man.
That's true. Do they count as
enjoy that
television?
belt because you're not going to have it for very long. Super Freak?
And your winner!
I don't know! It's a music question!
Movie Trivia Schmoedown! Champion of the world, Hector the Nightmare Navarro!
I have been waiting for this shot for over a year. I was in last year's Spectacular, and I'm damn sure gonna be in this year's Spectacular. My home team, the Kansas City Royals.
And your winner! Playing here for the championship, Jason Justice Inman!
I think the fates of the Schmoedown are smiling at me because they know where that belt is coming to live.
I mean, this has been a very long time coming. You've been gunning for Hector Navarro for a long time.
Yes.
And you keep coming in here, and you never give up. You're extremely persistent, and it's paid off.
It has. And remember last year, I told him in that almost three-way match, I told him that he was going to face me one way or another. And guess what? It is now happening.
This is the other.
Hector, you better dream about that belt because you're not going to have it after much longer. I went and challenged Robert Meyer Burnett and Hector Navarro. Well, I am finally here because I am going to prove that the best geek out there needs to win the Inner Geek division.
He might take it, but I'll probably hold on to it because I do know my stuff, and I've heard that the more that these categories whittle down to these deep-cut questions, that category like MCU has gotten real tough, and I feel like that's a specialty of mine. I'm here, I'm showing up.
Hector Navarro, you've been a fine champion. You're a great competitor. But Jason Justice Inman has been salivating for that belt of yours for quite some time now. And as great as you are, I think he's even better. So I'm predicting that Inman will claim that belt. But you've been a fine champion.
Defending my Inner Geekdom title. You know, I just show up for the big events. That's kind of my job. Show up to defend it, and I'm feeling probably the same amount of confidence that I've always felt, you know. I know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know.
Well, I'm here, super friends, straight in the Spectacular, gunning for the championship of the Inner Geekdom title. That's right. Destiny has brought me to this hallowed hall.
I'm going to be real about Jason Inman. I wish that I wasn't competing against him because he's a formidable opponent. He is very formidable. He knows his stuff. I feel like his expertise is probably Star Trek, but that's like also a lot of TV shows, and I know this is only the movie competition, and I'm more of a Kirk Spock guy. I feel like he's definitely a Picard guy.
If you look at Hector, sometimes he hits DC. He gets the questions wrong, which is a little weird since he works for DC. And I'm not a big fan, since I'm a co-patriot of his at DC All Access, that he keeps picking Marvel movies on the wheel. We need an Inner Geekdom champion that is true, straight, honest, and the champion that we all deserve.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. You know, we're buds, and he might take it, but I'll probably hold on to it because I do know my stuff, and I've heard that the more that these categories whittle down to these deep-cut questions, that a category like MCU has gotten real tough, and I feel like that's a specialty of mine. So, you know.
Hector, Booby, I love you. You're a nice guy. You got an okay beard, but you're gonna cry today. I'm gonna make you cry today. But I'll give you a hug after I take it away. Don't worry, I'm not gonna give you a jab like you'll give to me. Or some like funky little dance to a Guardians of the Galaxy music, you know? I'm not gonna do that. I'll give you a hug and a hearty handshake because you deserve respect, but the belt's coming with me.
Jason Inman, good luck, bud. But I think that this is like Allstate. It's in good hands. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, pal.
Look, you see both the video package and the announcements that these guys are ready to go. Navarro says he's a big game fighter. He's been in the first Spectacular. He was in the free-for-all. He was in Collider Collision, and now he's back for the Spectacular. He is a big game fighter, and he has been here before. He's ready for the crowd. Inman, this is the biggest crowd Inman's ever fought for sure. This is the first, I believe, that was the second title. He went for the team titles, just came up short against the Patriots. So he's been in the title picture before, but man, they're ready to go.
You look at how the term geek has traveled through the landscape. When I was a boy, geek wasn't a term of endearment.
It meant Ken Knapsack.
That's right. It meant Ken Knapsack broadcasting by himself in his basement. And now, in 2017, we got a bunch of nerds fighting for a belt to call themselves the best geek.
Well, we're going to find out right now because, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 5 rounds in the Inner Geekdom division. Introducing first, the challenger, representing Team Trek, with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat. He is Jason Justice
Ashley Robinson.
Who was in the Spectacular last year.
His wife.
Oh, no. There's Inman, the challenger. People standing up, cheering. He's in the commentating voice. He's taking advice from someone in Schmoedown blogs. I wanted him to do that.
That's
entrance.
right.
He did it.
Taking control of the ship, as it were.
He absolutely did. And there you go. Jason Inman.
Jason Inman dressed as a popular character from Orville. That's correct.
And his opponent, representing Geek and Sentry, with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat. He is the movie trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom champion of the world, Hector the Nightmare Navarro.
Navarro coming out,
He does it
playing to
every
the
time.
crowd.
He puts the belt there. He never walks out with the belt.
Just
What does he do?
little.
No, he's not flipping.
He
thought
almost
was
did
gonna
a flip.
We thought he was going to flip.
He almost. I wonder if he can pull that off.
to see a backflip.
No, he thought he was going to do it. But we
This
got-
could be like Teen Wolf. Pull the van around.
Now, I have something I got to say here because now, as
You gonna get emotional?
not going to get emotional, but what I think is fair. Now, because I'm going to be competing a little later.
Yeah, you got that little beaut.
I like to take 1 break for now, but I need somebody that's going to be able to help you out on the desk.
This is a switch up new to me.
I like to bring someone out to call the match that I think knows this a little better than I do. So I'd like to introduce, taking my spot for this match, ladies and gentlemen, you know her as Rachel the
All right. Rachel Cushing. Thank God. Oh my goodness.
Rachel.
Rachel Cushing is here. You know, Rachel, I know you're no stranger to the Inner Geekdom events, but Christian likes to do switch-ups from time to time. I am so happy he did not say the name Robert Meyer Burnett. And instead, he brings you to the table. Now, again, you know your Inner Geekdom. You look at Jason Justice Inman. You look at Hector the Nightmare Navarro. Who do you got in this matchup?
Well, the competitor in me is certainly going for Inman because he played a hell of a match in our Fatal 4-Way. And, you know, if I had to lose to anybody, I'm happy to lose to the justice of the league. So, yeah, sorry, Hector, I'm going with Jason.
All right, and you feel free to compliment my suit at any time during the match. We're going to get going here. Is everybody ready for the Intergeekdom Championship? In round one, competitors, you will hear a series of 10 questions from 10 different parts of the geek galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. As soon as you hear the question asked by Rachel the Crusher Cushing, please write down your best attempt at an answer. Once we ask for your answer, please show the whiteboard to the cameras at the same time you verbalize it in front of your comlink, as you kids would say. Each question, again, worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round one. Hector Navarro, you ready to go?
Make it so, right?
Jason Inman, he stole your line. Are you ready to go?
Well, that's Picard's line. I'm ready to engage.
You know, Rachel, it's all French to me. So, here we go. Starting off round number one.
Okay, guys, the first category is Harry Potter movies. And your question is, Luna Lovegood's father is the editor of what magazine?
You already lost me.
Oh, yeah. I don't think your suit fits in the Harry Potter world, but...
Thank you. The blocks fit, as it were. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hector Navarro.
The magical times.
That is
Incorrect.
incorrect. Jason Justice.
Is it the Quibbler?
It is the Quibbler. 1 point for Jason Inman. No point for Navarro.
All right, well, here's a chance to score some points, Hector. In category number 2,
Gee golly.
Marvel films. Who plays Moira McTaggart in X-Men First Class and X-Men Apocalypse?
You like that Apocalypse movie? A lot of people do.
Rose Byrne.
Not at all.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jason Inman.
The amazing Judy Smith.
Judy Smith is incorrect. Can Navarro tie Inman?
Rose Byrne.
He certainly can. Deadlocked at 1. Here we go.
Category number 3 is in DC films. Who played Jonah Hex?
I'm not going to ask you what you thought about that.
The crowd told us how to think about that question.
The crowd holding their nose at that point. And we go to 5, 4, 3,
Josh
2,
Brolin.
and a 1. Hector Navarro.
Josh Brolin.
There he is also. Thanos, that is correct for a point, Jason.
Josh Brolin.
Also got Brolin. We're deadlocked at 2. And we move on to category numero cuatro. Is that 4? 4.
That is 4. That'll be in the universe of Star Wars.
Hey! All right!
How many characters are mentioned by name in the opening crawl text of The Force Awakens? Some groans on that one.
Yeah, they better not be grown in the movie because I love that
Oh, I
movie.
agree.
God, we came back to Star Wars in such a great way. I felt like I was back, Rachel.
It
We were
was,
back.
absolutely.
5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1.
3.
Jason Inman, you got a shot at this?
I think it's 2.
It is, in fact, 2. Hector Navarro, how'd you do?
I had 3.
He had 3. We had Luke
Leia
and
Skywalker.
Leia. That's right. That
I
is right.
thought they name dropped, what's his name? Poe Dameron, but I was wrong.
They just say pilot.
They do.
They just say some dude.
Somebody memorized that opening crawl, I think.
So now Inman back to a narrow 3-2 lead over Hector Navarro as we progress to a world that Jason Inman might be a little familiar with.
Yes, it's another universe, the universe of Star Trek.
Ah!
Well done. What was the full name of the alias that Khan used in Star Trek Into Darkness?
I like that when the crowd reacts to Intergeekdom
I kind of like the big crowd, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of geeks in this audience, Mark. You might be outnumbered.
John
And it's
Harrison.
I'm definitely at 4, 3, 2. Jock stand, no chance here. 1. Pens down, Hector Navarro.
John Harrison.
That is correct.
We will go with that. We're tied for the moment, but Jason
John
Inman
Harrison.
also had John Harrison. Okay, and And we continue on in round number 1. We're going to go to a little place I like to call Middle Earth.
Yeah, so boys, do me proud. In the realm of Lord of the Rings, who plays King Theoden in the Lord of the Rings films?
Did you read the books as well?
Many, many, many times.
On tape or with your own eyes?
With my own eyes. You should try it, Mark. It's pretty good.
That sounds impossible. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jason Inman, you got any guess at this?
It's not a guess. I know it's Bernard Hill.
Inman, 5-3. Hector Navarro, do you have it?
I also know it's Hugo Weaving.
Oh! Navarro sitting in the favorites chair, deservedly so, but he finds himself 2 down to Jason Inman. In round number 1, we go to your 7th question.
The category is Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the question is, according to Odin in Thor, where was Mjolnir forged?
I think I'm going to open with a dear God on that question.
Could you have pronounced that?
No. There's a lot of vowels and consonants I'm not familiar with. We're going to go to 5, 4. I can count down, however. 3.
You're very good at it.
2, and 1.
Remember.
Who's up? Hector Navarro.
The Heart of a Dying Star.
It's correct.
Great Anthony Hopkins.
It is correct, Jason.
Heart of a Star.
Heart of a Star.
Come on. Really? Come on. It's the same location.
We're gonna have to go to the judges for a ruling. Okay, I'm gonna say it's round 1. I think he got the Heart of the Star. I think we're gonna accept that answer. I think that is an accepted answer. Hector Navarro doesn't seem to want to challenge. He is as classy as they come. Because dying stars are still stars. And now we move on to Middle Earth again. The movie trilogy we're talking about now is The Hobbit.
Your final question is, what is the name of the village that Bard brings Bilbo and the dwarves to in The Desolation of Smaug?
You got to correct on that, Rachel. It's actually Smaug.
Oh.
You got to really hit
roll
that.
it out
Really
there.
hit that U, or else they will never let you hear the end of it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jason Inman, do you have any adjectives for this one?
Lake Town.
Lake Town, that is the correct. Lake Town is the answer?
Yep.
All right, as opposed to Pondville. Okay. Hector Navarro, you get that too?
Lake Town, baby!
Wow.
Talk about holding out the
Yeah. Gonna take the kids down to Riverburg. 2 more questions in round 1, and we go to the world of the DCEU, which we know all fans are so passionate about.
All right, guys. That was Mike, if anybody wanted to know. In Batman v Superman, we see Diana on a plane about to leave Gotham before deciding to go help fight Doomsday. What airline was she using?
Ooh.
It's the championship, guys.
You make the point of all points there, is that the questions are going to be tougher, even in round 1. And we're going to have to go to the 5 count. 5, 4, 3,
I can't remember
2, 1. Hector Navarro, did you have it?
Ferris Air.
It's not Ferris Air, unfortunately.
Not a bad guess.
Jason Inman?
This is probably completely wrong, but something in my head is telling me Air Turkey.
So close, but we cannot accept it. Turkish Airlines.
Turkish Airlines.
Oh! Turkish Airlines. All right. Had it been United, she would have been thrown off already. All right.
Commercial.
1 more question in round 1. And this is going to be a category we're very excited about here, Rachel, because we don't know what it could be.
So your final category is in mixed bag. Lindsay Fonseca plays Katie, the girlfriend to what comic book superhero?
So we see some pens moving. This is a tough
Kick
mixed
ass.
bag.
Apparently.
A fitting way to close out round 1. Go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hector Navarro.
Doing a drawing. Kick-Ass.
Yeah, give him
Well
the
done.
point.
Well done.
He sniffed that one out. Jason Inman
Didn't get it.
All right, so Jason Inman could not get that one. However, he still has a 1-point lead over Hector Navarro. It's not the end of the game, kids. We don't need to shake hands just
Got a long
yet.
way to go.
Whole lot of rounds left because now we move on, Rachel, to round 2. We love it around these parts because it's the wheel round. The wheel comes out. These are all Inner Geekdom approved categories. Each competitor is going to get a spin at the wheel. If you don't like the category you spin, you are allowed 1 mulligan where you can spin again. Whatever that lands on, you must accept 4 questions from that category. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you are allowed multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. Did I say 4? That schnapps is catching up. 5 questions in round 2. Hector Navarro, you are actually not winning right now. And I just wanted to point that out one more time. Jason Inman, you can spin first or you can defer to Navarro.
Hector is the champion, and Hector pulled out that kick-ass reference, so I'm going to let him go first.
He does know who Lindsay Fonseca is, and he is going to spin first.
Just a heads up, Lindsay Fonseca, I had a chance to meet her. She's a wonderful actor. She's a great person. She's great. Lindsay Fonseca.
You want me to pick up that name for you?
All right. She's great.
I'll pick up that name.
That's how I feel like it's Slumdog Millionaire. Like, I met her. I know this.
Hector Navarro has issued the Facebook friend request in the meantime.
Don't do it. No.
DC movies.
Ooh.
Hector, these are DC movies that are not currently in the DCEU. Otherwise, we would put the other 2 letters
Got
up
it. Which we all know is a baloney term, and the actual term, as far as we know, is just DC Films franchise, but we're just going to leave that DCEU.
And I'm looking at the judges. You do not get a point for that.
Right.
But we wanted to state that for our employers.
That's true.
Well done.
We know.
Well done.
It's just a game.
You know, Rachel, we're having fun today, but they got to make sure they're paying their rent in
Absolutely.
2018.
This paycheck's got to come in.
It's just a game, Jim Lee. Thanks so much. So I can spin again if I wanted to.
You're certainly allowed to spin again, and I don't think DC would have its feelings hurt.
Or would they?
And we're going to have to go to a 5 count here. 5, 4, 3.
All right, I'll spin again.
So you're going to spin again. Going to spin again, Rachel. Spinning away from DC.
You got to play big.
What could he land on? Because you got to remember, opponent's choice and spinner's choice are also on the wheel.
It's going to be Lord of
He
the Rings.
might have spun himself into some trouble here if he's not that confident with Lord of the Rings. He lands on opponent's choice.
Ooh.
Coming back
on,
around.
stop,
Could be
stop,
spinner's
stop,
choice,
stop.
Rachel.
Look at that.
Spinner's choice.
All right.
Wow.
Pick
Hector
Lord of the
Navarro.
Rings. Prove us all wrong.
I'm going to go with,
I mean, come on.
I heard the category is getting tougher, but I'm going to go with my strength. I'll go with MCU movies. I'll do
Going
it.
with the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
He's the MCU guy.
Okay, Hector, your first question in the world of the MCU, and keep in mind, Jason, stealing is legal. Correct. Too. Your question is, what did Thor demand from the pet store owner when he wandered into his store in Thor?
An animal.
They didn't
to
have
ride.
any, but he said he needed a horse.
2 points for Hector Navarro. He's in the lead, Rachel.
Yep.
8-7. Your next
Something large
question.
enough to ride.
In the film Iron Man 3, what was the name that Tony and Jarvis gave to deploying all of the Iron Man suits?
Sorry, repeat that question.
That's a JT rule, and I certainly can. In Iron Man 3, what was the name that Tony and Jarvis gave to deploying all of the Iron Man suits?
Would be the House Party Protocol.
2 more points. This guy knows his MCU, Rachel.
That's why he picked it. Proving his stuff. Proving why he has the belt.
All right. We move on to your third of 5 questions. In the first Guardians of the Galaxy film, what nickname did Peter give to Rocket as they were being escorted aboard the kiln?
Do I have multiple choice with this or
You
no?
certainly do have multiple choice, as will Jason.
Okay, let me see here.
And you have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I'll go multiple choice on this.
Multiple choice is available. Is it A, Shirt Tails, B, Davy Crockett, C, Sly Cooper, or D, Ranger Rick?
Davy
Well,
Crockett?
Sly Cooper came out way after 1988, which when he was abducted. It's the answer is Ranger Rick.
Give the man another point. Building his lead on Jason Inman. Keep in mind, he was losing by 1, and now all of a sudden Inman finds himself trailing by how much is the question? 2 points left in round 2. What is the name of the dimension that Doctor Strange sends Caecilius in order to save the New York Sanctum?
The Dark Dimension.
That is incorrect. Jason, can you steal 2 points?
Is it the mirror dimension?
It is, and that is a monster steal. Wow.
That's the later. Yeah.
Whoa, boy. Seemed like Hector went a little quick on the trigger there, Rachel. And
There's a lot of dimensions, Mark. So he was going through.
4-point swing, and I don't know any of the dimension. In the film Iron Man 2, what does Justin Hammer call the mini-missile he adds to Rhodey's War Machine's suit of armor?
I call it the ex-wife.
He sniffed his marker and it gave him 2 points. Rage, 2 more points. 13-9 for Hector Navarro. So despite that road bump he had with Jason Inman capitalizing on it, Hector Navarro still a 4-point lead. But there's some strengths of Inman's on there.
Time for him to spin the wheel.
Get in there, Mr. Picard or John Kirk or whatever you're. Commander Riker. There we go. It was on the tip of my tongue. You know he's got to be looking for Star Trek. Did he get it? So now, Rachel, Jason Inman in kind of the same predicament Hector Navarro is in, where he is clearly known for his love of DC. He's on the DCU, but it's hanging on to Star Trek. Jason, do you want to use your mulligan, or are you going with the DCEU?
This could get really deep cut.
Really deep cut.
I think we know what Hector wants us to do.
Hector Navarro playing head games with Inman. We're going to need an answer. 5.
Let's go.
Oh, he's going. He's going. All right. Boom. David Harbour of Stranger Things fame.
Is that the question?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
No, I'm just telling you a fact about my favorite Netflix
I didn't know.
He was in that.
David Harbour of Stranger Things makes an appearance as a government agent,
Suicide
Dexter Tolliver.
Squad.
In which DCEU film?
Suicide Squad.
2 points for Inman. 2 points for Inman.
I hope they bring him back.
That's Hellboy, sure.
No, but I mean, like.
No, Hellboy and Suicide Squad.
Oh,
Okay.
what? All right.
Yeah, let's go crazy.
Let's go full injustice with it.
All right, guys, up to the front of the
I
car.
had to nerd out.
I will turn
It
this
is
car
the
around,
interdiction.
and nobody goes to Disneyland. In Batman v Superman, where was the tracker found in Jimmy Olsen's gear?
Camera. His camera.
His camera? His camera.
Yeah, we're gonna say we can accept. I think
You know
we can.
what?
Do I need to challenge
Yeah.
this?
Can I
It's a
challenge?
camera.
I feel like I should challenge it.
You can challenge if you want. I'm gonna rule that it's a good guess.
I feel like the internet is telling me I'm stupid if I don't challenge. I'll challenge it.
Okay, Hector's gonna use his challenge,
Yeah.
so we'll be right back with the answer. All right, we are back. I would like to thank Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Aquaman, Batman, and The Flash for cameoing and helping us judge this very tough debate. In the end, we are going to rule that it was the answer we were looking for was his camera film. But at the time, his film was in the camera. He pulled it out of the camera, out of the bag, and that's where he found the tracker. So Jason Justice Inman gets the 2-point ruling after the challenge. Hector Navarro loses his challenge, but I think the internet applauds you for being a true gamesman. This finds us in a precarious situation now, Rachel, because we are tied at 13. But Jason Inman still with 3 questions left in a universe he knows a little bit about, the DCU. Jason, your next question. What was the name of the Kent's family dog that Jonathan had to go back for during the tornado in Man of Steel?
I have to go multiple choice.
Gotta know pets' names. That's part of it. The interdiction.
I hope the dogs.
I'm going to go multiple choice with this one.
We can give that to you. Is it A, Hank, B, Shelby, C, Rover, or D,
Shelly.
Jake?
I'm pretty certain it's Shelby.
That is incorrect.
That's what it is in the
Hector,
comic books. Come
can
on.
you steal it?
Can I hear the options again?
You certainly may. Is it A, Hank, B, Shelby, C, Rover, or D, Jake?
Hank.
We have a broken tie. Hector Navarro back on top.
All right, back and forth.
14-13. Jason, you still have 2 questions left in the DCEU.
Great.
And your question is, in Wonder Woman, what did Samir tell Diana he wanted to do, but because of his race and the war, he became a spy?
He wanted to be an
An
actor.
actor.
Inman's got the lead again. 15-14. And your last question. We go back to Batman v Superman.
Oh, our favorite.
The movie that has caused no controversy whatsoever. In Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, what real-world talk show host did we see interviewing Holly Hunter's character about Superman?
Charlie Rose.
2 points for Jason Inman, and he is up 3 as we go into round 3, Rachel, known as the betting round.
Well, this is a big one. I mean, it's 3 points. You can bet up to 3 points, so we could get back to a tie, or Jason could increase his lead.
That is absolutely correct. What we're going to have you do is, Jason, because you're in the lead, you're going to give that wheel another spin. Whatever category that lands on, you're going to hear a question from that. Before you hear the question, we're going to ask you to write down how many points you're willing to wager from 0 to 3. Keep in mind, you can win those points, but if you get the question wrong, you lose those points. Fire it up, Scotty. Riker. God. Oh, I'm sorry. And what's it going to land on?
So fire it up, Scotty is not even a thing.
Spinner's choice.
Oh,
Rachel, very interesting strategy because Hector does not get to choose at all. This is Jason, so is he going to go to one of his strengths or something that you think Hector might not be familiar with?
I think there's a category that ticks 2 boxes with that.
Okay, Jason Inman, you're
I think I'd be remiss if I didn't pick Star Trek.
gonna go Star Trek. Shocking, given what you're wearing. Please write down how many points you're willing to wager. Hector, you already wrote down your points as well? How many points you willing to wager?
Spied on my points.
In the category.
Now I'm going to change it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
boy.
think the world knows how many points Jason is guessing. Your question is, what is the name of the ritual the Vulcans undergo to prove themselves purged of all emotion?
Jason, real quick, but Hector's writing too.
I just want to go through this process. No more emotions.
I want you to say
Great
all of
to me.
those.
Okay, Hector's still writing. He's got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to go to Hector first. How many points did you wager?
Dose.
He wagered 2, so he was a little confident, and your answer was?
Colinar.
Hector Navarro has 2 points, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Jason Justice Inman, how many points did you wager?
3.
3, and did you have Kolinar as well?
It is the Colinar.
He got it.
Boy.
All right, 20-16, and this is the match that we came to see
Absolutely.
here, Rachel. After 3 rounds, we have a very close game with Jason Inman edging out Hector Navarro 20-16. But Rachel, now we move on to the 4th round where fates can really change in a hurry. That would be the speed round. Luckily, we have the very well-dressed, the overdressed, some might say, Mark Yodi Riley.
Sharp-dressed man.
He is a big fan of ZZ Top, and he will be our line judge. So let me explain how the rules work to the competitors. When the first question is asked, you are free to buzz in as soon as I start the question. Once you buzz in, if you are the one with the green buzzer, you have exactly 2 seconds to answer, or else you lose the point. Each question is worth 1 point, but if you get it wrong, you lose a point. Once Mark Riley gives me the go-ahead to say the competitor's name, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. If you don't have it by that last I in Mississippi, then you're going to lose a point. Rachel Cushing will be administering the questions first.
All right, boys, here we go. Who voices the Joker in 2017's The Lego Batman Movie?
Jason Inman,
Zach Galifianakis.
give him a point.
I was waiting for the in.
Over Hector
A lot of
Navarro.
tricks in that question.
We go to your next question.
Who played Dr. McCoy in Star Trek The Motion Picture?
Jason Inman,
DeForest Kelly.
another point for
Quick
Inman.
on the draw.
Quick on the buzzer, and he knows how to answer questions fast.
Yep. Who played Deadshot in Suicide Squad?
Hector Navarro.
Big Willie style. Will Smith.
That is correct. 22-17. Your 4th question out of 5 in the speed round. C-3PO is fluent in how many languages?
5 billion.
Oh, come on, guys. I have a guess, but I'm not going to risk it.
Oh,
4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody's buzzing in. Mark Riley.
He's fluent in 6 million forms of.
That's what
Give
I
him a
thought.
hand, Mark Riley, everybody.
Yep, 6 billion or
million.
6 million.
That was my guess. I did not want to risk the point.
All right,
I
we
would've
have
said
a
2 billion.
5-point game, and we have 1 question left in the speed round. Your question is, in 2002's Spider-Man, who drops Peter off at the wrestling event? Hector Navarro.
Uncle Ben, played by Cliff Robertson.
He is correct, and he has solidified a nearly 4-point deficit as we head into the final round of the Inner Geekdom Championship.
It's still anybody's game.
Jason Inman, Hector Navarro. In round of 5, the last round before somebody gets that beautifully gorgeous belt that I would love to polish one day. You guys are each going to give us 3 numbers that range from 1 to 17. Each one of those numbers corresponds to a category up here at our answer desk. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. The next one, 3 points. The final one, 5 points. Jason, you're going to give us your numbers first because you have the 4-point lead.
I would like 17, 01, and 09 for Star Trek 2009.
He still manages to pull out Star Trek numbers.
Every
Hector
time.
Navarro, what are your 3 numbers, sir?
15 for the first appearance of Spider-Man in Amazing Fantasy. 4 for the Fantastic Four. And 10 because there are 10. I don't know, man. It's 10.
10 gooses a-clucking.
There we go.
5 golden rings. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hector Navarro, you find yourself in a 4-point hole and trying to avoid a TKO, so you're going to have your question first. You pick number 15. Rachel's going to tell you what the category is.
It is movie release dates.
Oh.
Movie release dates? Knew that was coming.
Take it, Hector! Take it!
Thank you. The spirit of Scott Mance coming in here.
The ghost of Christmas past.
I love you, buddy.
Mance!
All right, Hector, for 2 points. What year saw the release of Superman with Christopher Reeve?
1978.
Superman the movie, the first one. 1978.
8.
That is correct.
All right. Hector Navarro is still trailing, so we're going to stick with him. In his next category, he selected number 4.
All right, for your 3-point question, what villain insists that he is burdened with glorious
Loki.
purpose?
Loki.
Dear God, Rachel. Avoiding
The suspense.
the TKO, and he is up 1, and now we go to Jason Inman. Jason, you selected the last category you possibly could have, 17, and for your fortune, that is going to correspond to a little film franchise known as Star Trek.
Of course.
Your 2-point question is, what was the name of Khan's ship in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
The SS Botany Bay.
Did you guys think he wasn't going to get
No
it? Yes, that is
hesitation.
2 points. 24 to 23, and now it bounces back to Hector Navarro. And Hector Navarro, Rachel, has to hit this. This is his 5-point question. If he misses, Jason Justice Inman will finally get the belt that he has longed for, that Ashley Robinson is sick of hearing about how bad he wants it. The universe. Will it lean towards Jason Inman, or will Hector Navarro retain the belt? It could come down to this 5-point question.
Hector, you chose number 10, which is the category of Indiana Jones.
Because that was the age of short round. I did that on purpose. Okay.
I see.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
That's not the question.
Okay.
To stay in the game, Hector, your question is, which Indiana Jones film took place in the year 1936?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
And your Jason Inman, finally getting the belt. And, I mean, you got to feel for Hector Navarro a little bit.
I
but
want to
he
say I
had a
dedicate
great
this
run.
belt to my wife and Scott Mance, the 2 loves of my life.
It's, Jason Inman's wanted this for so long. It's
Yes.
only fitting that one of the shining stars of this galaxy who has yet to feel the belt finally gets to caress it around his belly button.
Hector has played a hell of a game, and he's held that belt for a while, but it was time for a new Inner Geekdom champion. And like you said, Jason has been saying since the inaugural match that he wanted in and that he could do it, and he did it.
It's such an exciting match, too. I mean, the crowd gave them both a standing ovation afterwards because there's so many twists and turns, and when you have 5 rounds, Jason Inman would just, once he was able to get that lead, he was able to stay enough ahead of Hector. Hector would throw his best haymaker, maybe climb just a point above him, but Jason always had an answer. He ended up getting the belt because of it.
And he played smart. He didn't go for the buzzers when he wasn't sure what the answer was, and he had a great wheel round, and he held that lead all the way to the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, your new Inner Geekdom Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Jason Justice Inman.
Thank you.
Jason.
Thank you. It is so great to hear that. This has been a year coming.
It has.
The last time I was here, I said it was going to be Destiny, and look, here it happened. But first off, sorry to interrupt you, I really want to congratulate you on winning the first ever Manager's Tourney.
That is correct,
yeah.
the Manager's Bowl.
So if you're looking for some fresh talent, I'm just saying, I know somebody who just won the Inner Geekdom Championship.
All right, well, we'll have to have some conversations. Now, obviously, Jason Inman, this has been quite a journey for you to get to this belt. You want to fill the people in on some of the rigorous steps it took for you to get to this point.
Well, first off, I had to defeat you in the match, and then I had to defeat Rachel in a 4-way because, to be honest with you, I'm sorry, Jay Washington, I love you, but I wasn't worried about you. It was all Rachel, and then I came here to the championship. I hunkered down, I studied, I forced myself to watch every Harry Potter movie, and it paid off because the questions just started coming, or the answers started coming, and I was able to knock it out by focusing. But I gotta say, Hector had a hell of a tough last question, so I got to give mad respect to him because, to be honest with you, I did not know the answer to it either. I did not know it was Raiders. I thought it was Temple of Doom as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is the true mark of a classy competitor, as you have proved yourself to be time and time again. Jason Inman, giving all due reverence to your opponent, Hector Navarro, who has been a little bit of an arch nemesis. Not as much as it has been for a while.
I have to admit, I was a little mean to him before the match, but because I needed that confidence to come out there, because Hector has defended this belt twice now.
Numerous times.
He won it, numerous times, and I couldn't slack on this match. I knew I had to study. I could not walk out with my knowledge, but everything in this match just seemed to, like I've said for every match, it's destiny. It was destiny. I told myself that when I got to this championship, I was going to dress up like Riker, like everybody told me to do on the internet. Well, here it is, as a tribute to my lovely teammate Scott Mance, because Team Trek's not going anywhere. And then getting the Man of Steel Kansas question, everything about this Inner Geekdom Championship said that the destiny was me getting this belt, and it happened. I'm stuttering because I'm so excited.
The stars definitely aligned. All of the odds were in your favor. But I have to say, I think that the Inner Geekdom Championship continues to be one of the most supportive groups in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. I mean, you know, when you have competitors like Rachel Cushing out there, you know, cheering for you, there's no bad blood between competitors here.
Because Geekdom is all about, like, finding our tribe together, and that's kind of like what the Schmoedown is doing, and, like, it's something that you do at the Schmoedown so well about, like, interviewing all the guests. It's about bringing people together, whether that's through, like, Geekdom or movie trivia or everything, and I now finally got the justice to be the champion and the hero of the Inner Geekdom League to make sure that keeps continuing.
Jason Inman, tell me, are there any other competitors in the Inner Geekdom League who you would like to see in your hopefully long reign of defending this belt?
Long, thank you. Hopefully, I want to face off against Sam Witwer. Now, I know he's in a Star Wars league, but he is a Star Trek nerd to the max, and we've been having some Twitter battles back and forth. I want to face off with him in a Star Trek Schmoedown, make it the first Star Trek Schmoedown of all. And then also, I want to face off against Robert Meyer Burnett. But, Robert Meyer Burnett, before you can get a chance at this belt, you've got to beat a tournament of your own because you denied me my shot, so I'm going to deny yours first. So, win a battle.
Any idea?
What interview is over, punk? I'm here to tell you that I'm going to take you out. It is on!
What's
I
happening?
don't even know who that is.
I don't. Yeah. Who's that guy?
I literally don't even know his name.
Okay. Well.
He scuffed my belt.
Oh man! Come on, he just got this belt.
I just got it, man.
Well, anyway.
He's not going to see it long. Who is that stranger?
I have no
Did
idea.
they let a homeless man into the set?
I mean, I thought we had enough with Tom Dagnino running around here all the time. No, I'm good.
Okay, good.
I'm good. I can deal with that kind of stuff. Well, congratulations again,
so much.
Jason Inman, and we look forward to whatever the future of Inner Geekdom holds for our current champion.
No matter what, I'll make it so.
And we are back with Hector Navarro. Hector.
Hi, Emma.
What's up?
Someone finally took you down, man.
I feel lighter. Oh, I'm not carrying this big.
I mean, it is a very heavy belt. I've held the Intergeekdom belt before, and of
super
all
heavy.
the belts, it like...
I think it's made of adamantium.
I think so,
or
yeah.
vibranium. Or nth metal.
Or mithril.
Ooh, those are
Except
all
mithril's
the nerd
lightweight.
metals. That's true.
That's
yeah,
very specifically
yeah,
lightweight. Well,
Or
you know,
Uru metal.
Ooh, metal. Hector, listen, you had a great run, buddy.
Yeah, man, that was a fun match. That was a good match.
Yeah.
Some good questions in there. And Inman had that advantage with that Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter stuff.
For sure,
which
yeah.
I was like, should I rewatch all these movies before this? And I went, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know, I own them all. I got to rewatch them.
You know what it is, Hector? It's, Jason Inman came in hungry. He's been wanting this belt for a
yeah.
long time.
It's true.
You've been holding it basically
coasting.
the whole time
I
that
was
you've
just
been wanting
coasting.
it. And
But you know what I feel like? I feel like I'm Barry Allen, and I finally perished in Crisis on Infinite Earths. And the lineage has been passed on to young Wally West, who's now going to graduate from Kid Flash to Flash.
Oh.
Or you know who I feel like?
Who do you feel like?
I feel like Hal Jordan, who's got some white in the sides of his hair.
Sure.
And then I go evil crazy like Parallax, and I destroy Coast City.
Please don't actually go
Don't do
evil
that.
crazy. Yeah,
And
we
then
had Ken
young
Napzok do
Kyle
that
Rayner
recently.
comes
Can't
up,
stand
and
it.
Kyle Rayner is. You know who I feel like?
Who do you feel like?
I feel like Dick Grayson
Yes.
as Nightwing when I'm doing my own thing.
Right.
And now Tim Drake has discovered, and I'll say Jason's Tim Drake,
Right.
has discovered the secret identity of Batman. He's like, you should have
Yo,
a Robin.
I
So now
should be
he's Robin. Yeah.
I like that. I
Or
like
you know
that,
who else I
Hector.
feel like?
Yes.
I'm gonna stop. That's too many.
That's a good analogy, though. Well, Hector, you played a hell of a game out there. You defended the belt previously.
I had some good pulls.
You did.
I missed a bunch of ones, some obvious ones. Mirror Universe. I was
It's
thinking
okay.
at the end of the movie.
It's all right. It's okay, Hector.
Yeah.
All is forgiven, and I certainly hope this won't be the last time that we see you here in the Intergeekdom League in the Schmoedown.
No, I don't think so. But I think I'm going to retire to watch 6 Middle-earth movies and what is it now? 8 Harry Potter films?
Yeah.
7,
Yep,
8, 9,
eight.
including Fantastic Beasts and Where to
9,
Find Them.
including Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Do I have to watch that one again? I'm not going to watch that one again.
Yeah,
I'll watch the other.
I'd
Yeah,
pass
I'll
on
watch
that
the
one.
8 of them.
Yeah, just read the Wikipedia.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Well, my condolences, Hector.
Yeah.
But I know we have not seen the last of you, and I will let you
Can
get out
Can
of
I
here.
fight you in a match? Can we fight in a match?
Yeah, we can fight in a match.
I want to take you on. I want to take Jay Washington on.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Those are you guys are good dudes.
like
And
that.
again, congratulations on your win today.
Well, thank you.
Dang.
It feels good. It
And
feels
fight
really good.
manager.
Yep, I am. Well, Hector, I will let you get to your Lord of the Rings / Harry Potter marathon.
Cool.
Now, back to you, Christian and Mark.
Look, where is Brienne, okay?
You know what? I don't know. But I'm
Stacey,
here.
I lost the manager ball.
I know you did.
I lost to somebody who never had
you
a
did.
person to manage.
But I'm here.
No, Brienne, listen, Boy,
No,
yo, get the fuck
outta here.
out of here. Get your little redneck. See? I gotta
You
keep
know
going
what?
with it.
Don't think about any of that, okay? I was
What am I
here for
supposed to
you.
do?
You know what?
am I
You
supposed
just
think
have
about?
to keep working
We
hard.
keep working up. Where have you been?
I've been making my decision, and I've finally decided. Jay, you've been dismissed. Stacy, I love you and I support you, and I want you to come with me. No. Okay. Well, you've made your decision, and I support it, and I will support you through all of this. And bye.
I think that's Brienne Chandler. Brienne, Miss Movies, Brienne! Brienne! Brienne, what are you doing here? No one's seen you in months. Brienne, why did you leave the Misfits?
Listen, Emma, I'm not going to be answering any of your questions, at least not now. Maybe
Not now, next season. Does that mean you're coming back? Brienne, what's going on with you? What's the plan for the future of the Misfits? Brienne? Brienne!
Emma, I told you I'm not answering your questions. At least not now. Okay?
Holy shit.
Unbelievable chain of events here, Mark, so far. I mean, you look at everything that has gone down. You've got a brand new Inner Geekdom champion in Jason Justice Inman. You've got Emma Fife winning the manager bowl, and she has signed Mark and Draco leaving the Lion's Den. And then you have this movie, Brienne Chandler. She makes her appearance, and why she got into a car with Mike Kalinowski, we're going to have to find out, but she has now left. Unbelievable chain of events here, Mark.
Crazy silliness. I've been sitting at the desk for a lot of this. What else does Santa have in his stocking if that's the holiday you celebrate?
Well, that's everything. That is everything, guys, for video number 1. Make sure you check out video number 2 because there are some big ones, and the match that will start will be the Iron Man match for the Star Wars Championship. The challenger, Sam Witwer, versus the champion, Ken Napzok, and then the team title match, the Patriots versus Above the Line in video 2. You gotta click it. So comment, share, like, do everything you have to do on this video here, and join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group. Go ahead and do that. Listen to the Schmoedown rundown. Do the whole damn thing, and we'll catch you in video 2. What?
Is this how you're going to be tri-casting the entire time?
Yeah.
Just looks like you could use a little training. You seem a little green on the tri-caster. I feel like maybe a class or two.
I've done a lot of these. I think I'm okay.
Just like an apprenticeship, you get a better feel. You're really supposed to be one with
Do you want me to teach you? I mean, I think I've used this more than you have.
I have many years of experience.
Do you now?
Well, that was the end of video 1. Like I said up top, my app kind of took a crap on me for the beginning of this video, so I was forced to delete it and start over from where I left off. So, a lot of craziness, and Draco leaving the Lion's Den, joining Emma, Lions Den kicking my homeboy, Robert Meyer Burnett, out, which I don't care because he's better off without him anyway. And Brienne Chandler aligning herself with the killer KO, Mike Kalinowski. I'm psyched to watch video number 2. So, this is your boy C-Dub. And until the next video, peace.